Hello, everyone! Today, I'm excited to share my thoughts on the book The Bird's Nest by Jessica Malordi. You might be wondering, what is this story about? The narrative follows a girl named Rima, who, along with her mother, fled their home in Syria due to the civil war. They have now started a new life in America. One day, Rima and her mother participate in a bake sale. Rima feels uncertain about whether the Americans will enjoy her Syrian pastries, but to her delight, they love them. A week later, a boy named Andy from Rima's school visits the bake sale and expresses interest in trying her treats. When Rima thanks him in her native language, Andy becomes intrigued by her culture. From that moment on, Rima teaches him a new Arabic word each week when he comes by. Though Andy's accent isn't perfect, Rima understands the challenges of learning a new language, especially when classmates tease her about her English. One day, while teaching Andy how to make a traditional dessert called Ush el Bulbul, which resembles a small bird's nest, Rima is touched when he remarks on how much she must miss her home. Tears of sadness fill her eyes, reflecting her deep sense of loss. During recess that week, Andy shows Rima something special, a bird's nest that looks a lot like Ush el Bulbul. He teaches her an English phrase, birds of a feather flock together, meaning that friends tend to spend time together. Finally, Andy tells Rima that he knows it's sad she had to leave her home, and he wants her to know that she is his Sadiq, which means friend in Arabic. Rima can't help but grin, feeling a sense of connection and belonging. Why do I like this book? Let's start with the obvious. The pictures are illustrated beautifully, and the story is very captivating. It really gives us a glimpse into Arabic culture while teaching us a lesson on empathy. When Andy expresses that he understands how sad one must feel to lose a place you are raised in, Andy shows empathy towards Rima. And when Rima understands not to make fun of people's accent, as she knows they aren't familiar with the Arabic language, she demonstrates empathy towards Andy. The story also made me curious about Ush el Bulbul and other Syrian desserts, so I did some research to find out more. Historically in Syria, sweets were often reserved for special occasions like weddings and feasts. They were not just desserts, but symbols of hospitality and generosity. When guests were welcomed into a home, sharing a dessert was a way to show respect and appreciation. Now let's talk about something that we all should learn. Why is reading important? First of all, reading is a great way to expand knowledge. It doesn't just teach us new words, it teaches us life lessons. It also improves communication skills and memory, which can be useful for social interactions. Reading can also improve mental stimulation, knowledge, focus, and concentration, and reduce stress. This can be helpful in our daily life, especially since a large number of people have anxiety issues or are stressed with schoolwork. Remember, reading doesn't have to be just for learning. It can keep you entertained without having your eyes stuck to a screen all day. Now, how about we end this presentation with some vocabulary items from the book? First word, rummaging. Verb, to search for something by moving things around carelessly and looking into, under, and behind them. Second word, refugee, noun. A person who has escaped from their own country for political, religious, or economic reasons, or because of a war. Third word, tentatively, adverb. In a way that shows you are not certain or confident. This is the end of my sharing. I hope you enjoyed and gained a greater interest in reading. Thank you.